What's going on, guys? Senkara here, and I am here to bring you my first test run of my new Yubel deck. So it's a Yubel Fire King Nephthys deck. It's still in its development phase, but I just wanted to put this duel here just to ask if any of you have any tips or anything on how to make this deck better, because I think it's a lot of fun and it's really cool. So my opponent here is going to take the first move. She's running the Crystal Beast, going standard Crystal Beast opening with the Pegasus and the Ruby there, and that will end her turn. So for my turn, I will drop the 5 formation Tenki, which will go into a Varta, and then I'll use the Fire King Island and use its effect to destroy the Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys in my hand, to add Fire King High Avatar Garunix to my hand. So then I will go ahead and summon the Avarta and end my turn. Now I actually could have attacked because Avarta gets an extra 100 from the Tenki effect, but that's my mistake, oh well. So for her move, she'll go into the Topaz Tiger. Now she actually was not aware of Avarta's effect, so she attacks into him, and then Avarta uses its effect. So Topaz Tiger uses its effect to gain 400, then Avarta negates it and destroys one fire card in my hand, which then, of course, destroys her Topaz Tiger, and she takes 300 points of damage. So then back to my turn. Now is where the fun begins. So my Garunix and Nephthys that were destroyed last turn will summon themselves. I actually meant to go for the Nephthys first. So when that's summoned, it destroys all spell and trap cards on the field. And then after that, due to Fire King Island's effect, all of my cards get destroyed, all of my monsters, and then I'll go into the Garunix, which destroys all other monsters on the field. So then, the effect of Avarta activates, which will bring back my Nephthys. So now I can just go into more attacking, so I'll drop the Baron, and attack with all 3. And then, this is pretty funny, the way I finished this duel, it's got 800 life points left, and I dropped the Thunder Crash. Yes, I actually won with Thunder Crash. Never thought I would see that happen, but there you go, 900 points of damage, so that was the quick one. Okay, now in this next duel, we're actually going to see some Yubel plays here, which is going to be a lot of fun. So I'll go into the Tenki, which gets me Baron, and then just summon Avarta and leave it like that. Avarta negates monster effects, so what more do I need, right? So she'll terraforming into the Rainbow Ruins, use that, and then Crystal Bond to get Pegasus and the Ruby, standard plays. Then she'll go into Topaz Tiger because once again she forgot about Avarta's effect, or maybe she thought I just didn't have any fire monsters, but unfortunately I did, so I negate that effect and destroy the Baron in my hand, which then destroys the Topaz Tiger, of course. Alright, so here is where the Yubel plays begin. So due to Baron's effect, when it's destroyed, I can add a Fire King card to my hand during my next standby phase, so I'll get the Fire King Island. Then I'll use that to destroy the Yubel in my hand, which will then add Fire King High Avatar Garunix to my hand. And then with Yubel's effect, I can summon Terra Incarnate straight away, which is great. I can't do anything with it yet, but still, that's great. So I summon Yaksha and just attack with those 2. And then during my end phase, Terra Incarnate's effect activates, which will destroy all other monsters on the field. But that's okay, because Yaksha's effect lets me destroy Garunix. And then the Avarta, when that's destroyed, I can summon another one, so I summon Baron. Alright, so for her move here... Okay, so for her move here, she will go into the Pegasus, of course, standard play, grabbing the Amber Mammoth for the extra attack, I assume. But there's not much else she can do there because I'm sitting on a Yubel. Don't want to run into that. Alright, so now during my standby phase, the Baron's effect will add Onslaught to my hand. And then Garunix gets summoned, destroying all other monsters on the field. And now, of course, when Terra Incarnate's removed from the field, I can go into the Ultimate Nightmare. So this deck is really good at quickly getting out the Ultimate Nightmare with Yubel. So then I'll go into the Tenki to get another card. So I'll go into the Tenki to get a Fire King, but she uses the Rainbow Ruins effect to negate that, so Tenki is destroyed. But that's okay because I got Garunix, so I'll attack with the Garunix and just leave it at that. Alright, so for her turn, she will go into the Pegasus, and then the Rainbow Rainbow Bridge, and then she will Crystal Abundance. That's the one weakness of this deck, because it does not destroy, it just sends everything to the graveyard, and then she can summon a bunch of monsters and attack me with them. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but I will survive because I only had 4 cards on my field, so I don't have to take the loss just yet. But I'm looking pretty bad, so I will go into Onslaught of the Fire Kings, which will bust out Garunix, and then Garunix will just go for an attack. Or not. Oh no, I didn't want to attack because of her face down I knew was Ultimate Crystal Magic because she added it to her hand. So instead of that, I just let Garunix be destroyed by Onslaught's effect. So now during the standby phase, Garunix is special summoned and destroys all other monsters on the field, saving me from the horrible death at the hands of Crystal Beasts. So she'll go into the Crystal Promise, which will summon Ruby, which will then summon the other 2 Crystal Beasts. But she really just wanted the Amethyst Cat, so then she'll Crystal Bonds into, and the Pegasus effect to get the Cobalt and the Emerald Tortoise. And then finally she will attack directly with the Amethyst Cat, which will only deal half damage due to her effect, so I managed to make it out. She didn't realize though that she could summon Rainbow Dragon, so she went and did that, but it was too late because she already attacked. Okay, she uses the Tortoise effect to switch her cat to defense mode. So now, onto my turn, and I drew the only card that could save me, which was the Monster Reborn. That was some hard of the cards right there, so I will first attack with the Garunix, and now we're going to see some more Yubel action here, because I will then use the Monster Reborn to bring back my Yubel, and then, since she was special summoned, I can Inferno Reckless summon into 2 more Yubels from my deck, and then overlay them into Gustav Max to finish the final 2,000 points of damage. And there you go, so that was the first test run of my Yubel deck. Okay, so here's the deck in question. So it's a basic Fire King Nephthys deck with Yubel added. It still needs some working on, but here's what I've got so far. So I've got 3 Disciple of Nephthys, of course, which will just let me destroy cards in my hand. I've got the Earthbound Immortal Kokoraya, because when this is destroyed, even from my hand, it destroys all cards on the field, which is very useful, of course, in the Fire King Yubel deck, right? You can also just summon it normally or with Monster Reborn, as we do have a field spell in the deck. And I've got 2 Fire King Avatar of Arta, which negates monster effects, 2 Barons to let me add Fire Kings to my hand, and a Yaksha to just let me destroy more cards in my hand. And of course I've got the 3 Fire King High Avatar Garunix, a Matriarch of Nephthys, and a Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. And I've got Stygian Street Patrol. This is just to special summon Yubel, which gives me more access to the Infernal Reckless summon. I've got 3 Yubels, 3 Terror Incarnates, and 3 Ultimate Nightmares. Got 3 Fire Formation Tenkies, which lets me go into basically any of my Fire King monsters, except Garunix, of course. And then 3 Fire King Island, which allows me more destruction capabilities as well as more Fire Kings. You can also use Fire King Island to destroy Yubel and immediately get out a Terror Incarnate, or to destroy Kokoraya and just nuke the field, pretty much. You've got a Foolish Burial, just to get rid of Stygian Street Patrol, or anything to combo with Reborn. Got 2 Inferno Reckless Summons, 2 Last Hope of Nephthys, just to pop a card in emergencies. Machine Duplication, Monster Reborn. Now, Machine Duplication is to combo with the Reaper-Docus, which I'll explain in a bit. I've got Monster Reborn, Onslaught of the Fire Kings, Terraforming, and Thunder Crash, just for the extra destruction of my own cards. With the Thunder Crash, in Fire King Island, you can combo often to get 3 Ultimate Nightmares in 1 turn, which would always be nice, right? Now, the extra deck needs a lot more work. I will have to look more into that. This was just a basic extra deck that I put together real quick. So I've got a few rank 4s. We've got Castel, Dark Rebellion, Exciton Knight. Then we got the rank 8s, which you use with the Phoenixes over here. So we've got Full Armor Photon, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon. Now, a rank 2 Mannequin Cat, this lets you go into Yubel straight from your deck, basically, if your opponent has a Dark Monster, which you can also combo with Reaper-Docus. Then we've got Ravenous Tarantula, so this is one of our rank 10s, which we can go into with Yubel. Got another rank 8 here, Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy. You've got number 68 Sanafond, the Sky Prison. This is less for summoning on its own, and more to use in combo to get out the Seven Sins, which is the next card, and the Pain Gainer. So you go into Sanafod the Sky Prison using your Phoenixes, and then you can go into Pain Gainer and then straight into Seven Sins. And we've got the Gustav Max, of course, 2000 damage, why wouldn't you? And then because we have the Gustav Max, we can also go into Juggernaut Liebe, which is, again, a lot more damage. This is a really good card if you can pull it off. Five-headed Link Dragon, it can be summoned. I'll probably swap it out for something else later on. It's not really the best, but it's an easy 5000 attack, so may as well. And then Reaper-Docus. This changes the type or attribute of a monster that it points to, including on your opponent's field, so you can change a monster to Dark and use Mannequin Cat. Or, more commonly, you would change Yubel to a machine and use Machine Duplication, which gets more play than you would think. So there you go, that's my Yubel deck so far. Let me know what you thought, let me know if you have any tips or advice how to make this deck better. I will be running more tests on it to improve it, and I will be giving an update later on when I actually get around to improving it. So there you go, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, let me know what you thought of the deck, and until next time, see ya!